Hello everyone, today is 29th of July, now it's 9 o'clock in the morning Moscow time. I'm Levan Gudadze and this is my first update for the day in which I will share all the main news that are making headlines in Russian media outlets and Russian language pages on different internet platforms. And there are quite a few very significant developments and news that I'd like to share with you for this moment. And I will start with this report from Kommersant newspaper that according to Russian Defense Ministry, during their nighttime early hours today, air defense systems shut down or intercepted 39 drones that were launched by Kiev regime to strike deep inside Russian territory. And to be more precise, 19 drones were shut down over the Kursk region, 9 drones over the Belgorod region, 3 drones over the Voronezh region, 5 drones over the Bryansk region, and 1 drone over the Leningrad region. Quite far away from a line of contact, Leningrad region, isn't it? At this point, no reports about casualties on the ground or more or less significant damage. If any update on that, of course, I will share additional information on my Telegram during the day and in next updates. Also, RIA Novosti is reporting, based on Russian Defense Ministry's confirmation, that Russian armed forces establish full control over the settlements of Progress and Yevgenievka. I reported earlier about Russian progress in this direction, and now we have official confirmation of Russian armed forces that these two settlements, Yevgenievka and Progress, are under full Russian control. Right now, Russian troops are continuing their local-scale offensive operations towards Veselaya, Ivanovka, and a number of other settlements in Avdiivka sector of the front line. Of course, initiative is in Russian hands all along the front line from Kherson region up to Kharkov sector of the front. Also, TASS news agency is reporting, based on Russian Defense Ministry, that Russian long-range artillery with precise striker with Krasnopol guided shell destroyed yet another Abrams tank, by the way, yet another US-made Abrams tank, which was stuck on Avdiivka direction. I saw a video, I did not yet share that video on Telegram. I saw that video, tank is stuck, possibly due to poor driving or maybe because tank is heavy and not always capable to overcome some obstacles. So tank was stuck, it was sitting duck, and Russian artillery take a hit and destroyed that tank. Also, TASS news agency is reporting that there was an article in Washington Post according to which US-made F-16 fighter jets don't turn the tide in zone of special military operation, which is yes, absolutely correct. F-16s or any other Western military equipment that can be formally delivered to Kiev regime, while in reality these long-range weapon systems or complex weapon systems usually are operated and maintained by Western militaries disguised as mercenaries. So yes, no F-16s, no any other Western military equipment can turn the tide. It's just not possible, even on theoretical level. And it is good that Western media is acknowledging this. Although Washington Post is writing that F-16s would not have a huge impact because of the low number of F-16s that will be delivered to Kiev regime. Talks are about 20 F-16s that may appear on Kiev-controlled territories sometime in the next, I don't know, couple of months maybe, because we all remember this story, isn't it, with F-16s. They should appear in Ukraine like last winter, then spring, summer, and now talks are about autumn, so you just never know. And yes, 20 F-16 is not gonna change much, and even military leadership of Kiev regime is acknowledging that those planes most likely would not be even able to get closer to line of contact more than like 40 kilometers due to Russian air defense systems. Although I think those planes may be shut down even 100-150 kilometers away from line of contact quite easily. After all, Su-35s, MiG-31s, they can carry very long range air-to-air hypersonic missiles, and as far as I know, those missiles already had their successful hits. So in any case, well, it is interesting that Western media is acknowledging that this F-16 is not gonna become some sort of game changers or something. RT is also reporting that Putin, President of Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, warns of countermeasures if Germany allows US to deploy its long and medium range missiles on its territory. Let's go through this news. Russia will consider itself free from moratorium on the deployment of medium and shorter range missiles if the US places missiles in Germany. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said in an address to sailors at the Navy Day parade in St. Petersburg, and this was yesterday, of course, when Russia was celebrating Navy Day. Earlier this month, the US and Germany announced plans to deploy long-range precision missile systems in Europe, according to joint US-German press release dated July 10th. And Russian president, while addressing this issue, highlighted that if those missiles are deployed to Germany, it will only take about 10 minutes for those missiles to strike deep inside Russian territory on strategical targets. And because of this threat, Russia will feel free to also deploy long range or medium range, let's say. In these strategical terms, 2,000-3,000 kilometers is counted as a medium range. So Russia will also deploy medium and short range missiles on European part of Russian Federation, and most likely some strategical areas in Germany, areas of deployment of NATO or US bases, US missile systems will become a main potential target for Russian missiles, Russian warheads. Why Germany needs this? That's a question, isn't it? Although no one asked citizens of Germany, isn't it, about it? No one asked them. And the current government of Germany, Scholz's government, is not really representatives of German people. They are representatives of occupied regime, occupying force, which is US. I remind you, dear friends, that after the Second World War, Germany was divided, isn't it? Western Germany, Eastern Germany. But even before Soviet Union collapsed, Moscow withdrew its forces from Eastern Germany. But US never did. US never left Germany, and therefore, formally, Germany is still occupied by the US. That's being said, let me notice, dear friends, that this small media project of mine with a number of channels on YouTube, Rumble, Telegram, is completely subscriber funded, and I will be immensely grateful if you will also consider to support my work. Oh, of course, if you like my work and my channels, you can support through PayPal with donation or Boosty. By the way, this is a Boosty platform that is very convenient to me personally to use. You can donate through these platforms, or you can subscribe to my Patreon page. On Patreon and Boosty, where I also have a page, and I do publish some extra content here also. Of course, on Patreon and Boosty, I have this additional content, and hopefully I'll be able to make more content, more extra content, and community will be happy with it. So yes, all the links are on this video in description box and in the pinned comment. And well, I said several times before, by the way, that I mean, it will be, I mean, very big deal. It will be very big deal for this small media project if our community on Patreon will reach 200, maybe sometime in the future, in the far future, 2000. But right now, if our community will reach 200 on Patreon, and well, please consider to join. Subscription starts from $5. Monthly subscription starts from $5, and then you can choose the level of support, level of monthly support. It's all up to you. As I said, links on this video in the description box and in the pinned comment. On my part, I was always trying, and I will continue to try to make as informative content as I can, and hopefully my work will be more and more, will improve significantly with practice, and our community will stay happy with what they see and receive. Anyways, let's continue. RT is reporting that a NATO state threatens to invade Israel. Yes, you might be surprised, but it's Turkey. It's Turkey. So Turkey could ultimately enter Israel over their enduring conflict in the Gaza Strip between West Jerusalem and the Palestinian militant group Hamas. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan was warning. The president issued the threat on Sunday as he spoke during a rally of his ruling Justice and Development Party. And then, quote, "We must be very strong so that Israel cannot strike Palestine," Erdogan stated. "Just like we entered Karabakh and we entered Libya, maybe we'll do the same thing. There is nothing we can't do. We have to be stronger." This is all political statements, of course. There is no way Turkey will enter conflict with Israel. I just don't believe in that. But it was a political rally, and Erdogan made this statement for internal use mainly. Although Israeli Foreign Ministry responded on this, and the head of Israel's diplomacy, Israel Katz, make comparison between Erdogan and Saddam Hussein, which is also a kind of warning from Israel to Erdogan that he might end his career as Saddam Hussein did. So yes, tit for tat between Turkey and Israel in terms of politics, but on the ground, I don't think Turkey will get involved militarily into the conflict. Also, RT is reporting that Israel issued a kind of last warning to Lebanese Hezbollah, ultimatum kind of. So let's go through this news. The Israeli Foreign Ministry has warned that now is the last chance to avoid the full-scale clash between West Jerusalem and Hezbollah, insisting that Lebanon-based militia must withdraw from the southern parts of the country. The statement comes after Israel accused Hezbollah of rocket attack on football field in the Golan Heights on Saturday that killed at least 12 teenagers and children and wounded about 20 others. Hezbollah has denied involvement in the attack, and Hezbollah is claiming that it was Israeli air defense missile that failed and caused this tragedy. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday, Oren Marmorstein, the spokesman for the Israeli Foreign Ministry, called the tragedy a massacre, claiming that the rocket was of Iranian origin, and Hezbollah is the only terror organization which has those in its arsenal. And right now, talks are that Israel is preparing some large-scale retaliatory strike. And I see some reports that even US, according to those rumors in media, even US administration warned Israel not to target Beirut, capital of Lebanon, not to target Hezbollah's offices or headquarters in Lebanon, because that may quickly escalate conflict towards a full-scale war, although it seems like Israel itself is quite keen to provoke this full-scale war, despite their absence of any chances on part of IDF to defeat Hezbollah in one-to-one combat. I mean, it's just not happening. And I said quite a few times before, and I will repeat, that it is the only way IDF can defeat Hezbollah, despite air superiority, air supremacy. It is the only way IDF can defeat Hezbollah is if US will take part in the military operations on behalf of Israeli forces. Otherwise, no chances for IDF there. And NATO member states are now calling their citizens to leave Lebanon due to this latest round of escalation. Latest round of escalation, and I don't know. Maybe Middle East is about to enter yet another regional war. TASS news agency is reporting that President of Maduro won elections, presidential elections in Venezuela. After 80% of votes were counted, it has become clear that Maduro will have more than 50% of votes of voters, and therefore he will maintain his position as a president of Venezuela. Interfax is also reporting that in US, since the beginning of Kamala Harris's presidential campaign, she managed to accumulate some $200 million as donations, which is quite impressive. One should say, quite impressive. Although me personally, I don't know, man, who is donating to Kamala Harris, man, and why? I'm not saying that Republicans or Trump is like angel or something. No. And for us, by the way, for Russia, it don't really makes any difference, really. Maybe for us it will be even better if Kamala Harris will be in charge, because that will once again demonstrate that US is run by shadow forces, obviously. But for US itself, by the way, because I don't want to see no country as an enemy, and I don't. Political class, yes, but not the countries, by the way, not the people. And therefore, when you think about US and when you see what kind of propaganda these globalists and neolibs and those idiots are pushing on the people, I mean, I can imagine how devastating for US citizens, for US social fabric can be another 4 or 5 years of complete unchallenged rule of these groups. So why US citizens are allowing this to happen, man? I just don't get it. Are they sick and tired of their own country? They won't destroy US completely? I mean, citizens who donating to Kamala Harris and these neolibs and crazies. Did you see Olympic opening, for God's sake? You want this? That's what you want for your kids and for your grandkids? Really? If yes, then go see psychiatrist, for God's sake, man, because you need some help. I don't know, man. That's what I would say to those people that are donating to these neolibs, man. This is crazy. I mean, truly. Otherwise, in terms of foreign policies, we all understand that most likely nothing will change in this regards no matter who is in White House, because things are run by deep state, isn't it, in US? Intelligence community, deep state, military, industrial complex, all these multinational corporations. It's a complex issue, but it's not the president of US that pulling the strings, that's for sure. RT is reporting that US will become global crypto capital, according to Trump. So US Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump has pledged to make America the crypto capital of their planet if he returns to the White House. Speaking at this year's Bitcoin conference in Nashville on Sunday, Trump said that crypto is essential to his vision of America in the future. He pledged to ensure that US government never sells off its Bitcoin holdings and creates a Bitcoin strategic reserve, predicting that the cryptocurrency could one day eclipse gold's 16 trillion market capitalization. Well, he has a point here, isn't it? I mean, cryptocurrencies are here and are not going nowhere. So therefore, yes, it does make sense for any government to keep some reserves in the crypto. It is a risky business, obviously, because you never know which way these cryptos gonna go. But still, cryptocurrencies already demonstrated that there is high demand on this service, and this crypto's not gonna go anywhere. And I don't know about being the world's crypto capital, but US definitely can play a significant role to further develop this segment of and maybe even lead the charge. Although I will argue that Russia and some other countries among BRICS are also working on this direction, on direction of cryptocurrencies, and now maybe we are even ahead of US right now. Maybe. Anyways, interesting statement from Trump. RIA Novosti is also reporting, and many members of our community probably already informed about it, that Malaysia officially applied for joining BRICS. Russia is, of course, chairman of the BRICS this year, 2023, and the BRICS summit will take place in Kazan, capital of Tatarstan, this autumn. Tatarstan Autonomous Republic of Russia Federation, and who knows, even though earlier it was stated that BRICS will take some pause in terms of further enlargement, I would not be surprised if certain countries with the developed economies that want to join want to join BRICS will have such opportunity to join the BRICS. Let's see. But it is a big deal. It is a big deal that more and more countries expressing their will to join this foundation of their emerging multipolar world that BRICS has become. And I will end this update, by the way, with this news that Russian Central Bank hikes interest rate to 18%, which was expected. I spoke several times about such possibility in previous updates, and yes, it's official now. The Bank of Russia, or Central Bank, has raised its key interest rate from 16 to 18%, citing inflationary processes. Domestic demand continues to exceed the economy's capability or capacity to produce goods and services to meet it, the regulator said in a statement on Friday. So to cool down economy a little bit, it was expected that central bank will increase interest rates, and yes, they did. What you gonna do about it? But yet again, I mean, economy is overheating, clearly, and some measures has to be taken to cool it down. And who would expect, isn't it, dear friends, when Western ruling class was starting these sanction wars against Russia and proxy war in Ukraine, who would thought that after several years, Russian economy will not just not collapse, but Russian economy will start overheating. But it is reality, by the way. Economy is overheating, and central bank have to take measures to cool it down, because everything is working on maximum of its capacities right now. And clearly more and more investments are needed into economy to generate additional companies that can provide more goods and more services, so that they can be, demand can be balanced. So it is what it is. Yes, interest rates have been risen to 18%, which is a high number, by the way. It is a high number. But I guess this is it. I don't expect in 2024 any more hikes in interest rates, and in 2025 hopefully we will see reverse process when central bank will start lowering interest rate. Maybe if not in 2025, because economy is still overheated, maybe in 2026, because huge investments are going into economy, isn't it, all this time. So let's see. And yes, this is it. Quite short update, by the way. Quite short update, which is good. Many members of our community gonna like it, and hopefully you will find it informative, despite being a short one. Hopefully you will find it informative and interesting, and if so, please click that like button, leave some commentary just about anything, any topic. This is the only way we can deal with the immensely unfair algorithm. More likes and comments to reach wider audience, and for very same reason, if you can, please share information about my channel with your friends in real life or on internet, on any of the platforms that you are actively using. And if you like my channel, if you like my work and want to support, you can do it. Of course, all the links are under this video description box and in the pinned comment. And of course, many thanks to all the members of our community who supported and continues to support this project and my work. This is it for now. Have a great day and take care.